Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 3rd of March, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for the day for the collective, all 12 signs. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But as well, thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and subscriptions to this lovely growing channel. All right. We're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Angel Answers deck, right? Yeah, the Angel Answers deck. Bear with me. I haven't used this one in a while. The overall message I channeled for this upcoming Thursday: trust this connection. Trust this connection. I'm being pushed to fan this out for you, okay? Trust this connection. So I feel like that's why I was pushed to use this specific deck. Let's do some shuffling. Then we're going to use the Animals Tarot deck. Yeah, the Animal Tarot deck. Wow, I cannot remember things for the life of me. What else is new? Okay, no, yes, and within the next few weeks coming out, okay? An underlying focus on your improving health and helpful people, okay? Bear with me as I struggle. Don't be surprised if the struggle is somewhat alive throughout the day, very present in your situation, but you can see I'm smiling, and it's partially going to be due to this connection you're being pushed to trust, to recognize. But you're all the meanwhile seeing your health improve due to a specific change recently, due to healthy connections being focused on, due to people being helpful, and seeing that you will not have limited availability when it comes to helpful hands moving forward. Such a wordy way of putting it, but I liked it. It just feels like the sun is shining on you throughout this Thursday in a beautiful way. People are recognizing you. Even the ones where it's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. There's a push to recognize who to say no to and who to say yes to. And there's one specific connection throughout this day. If you trust your intuition, trust the guidance that you're receiving from spirit, you'll know who to say yes to, as it does feel like there's sort of a balance to that connection. Very strategic how they just pushed me to sit like this. It feels like you're very enamored by them. You know, you're very, you just like the way they are. And it helps you recognize the people or specific somebody that's not right for you. Even if there were other benefits or just qualities that worked. I feel like for some of you, this is more friend-wise, but for a lot of you, this is love, okay? However it works for you, you're being pushed to trust this connection and recognize that within the next few weeks, there is a lot to gain from the two of you connecting. There's going to be an advancement in both of your lives that brings you together. We're going to further clarify each one. Okay, too many. Although we have the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, you know. I just feel like you need to keep the hope alive at times. Bear with me. The Six of Swords. Naturally, sailing away from this individual, this situation that's not meant for you. Okay, it wouldn't have worked in the long run. Trust it. Trust it. Some of you are in denial. Page of Cups. Okay, it's a day where you're reminded that all the meanwhile, with the Page of Cups coming out, that you're just beginning an emotional connection with this individual, even if you've known them for a while. I know this doesn't fully feel like a daily read, but this is just the way it's meant to come out. With the within the next few weeks card, Five of Cups coming out. It's you expecting the worst, or focusing on what didn't work out so much, but your independence coming into play. Very interesting. An advancement within your life helps you recognize that you don't need anybody, but all the meanwhile, you're going to advance, and it's going to help you see that this person is meant for you. It's like the two of you both succeed in your own individual way, and then again come together and share your successes with each other and see that you are more so meant to succeed together as well on a different level. I hope that wasn't too confusing. do think before you speak throughout this day, as you could come off a bit confusing in one way, shape, or form, okay? With the Hierophant, it's all about change throughout this day. A recent change that has enlightened you, helps you feel more peaceful and improve your health, but also seeing a change in a development in certain connections, endings, new beginnings, and just wanting to experience more with people. With the King of Swords, the Two of Wands, put your sword away, but just remember what you've learned. Remember what you've learned all the meanwhile, as you're being pushed to recognize you deserve a level of fulfillment and happiness. And by sailing away from what no longer works for you, or just wouldn't have in general, is going to benefit you. And it's opening up the gateway, making the room for this individual, the development with them, to bring you that fulfillment and success and happiness. Okay, comfort is also coming through. That totally is important. With the Ace of Wands, it's a passionate fresh start that doesn't feel stressful, and that's key as well. You don't deserve extra stress. There's enough situations in our lives that are going to make us stressful that don't pertain to connections, right? Whether it's work, finances, you name it, living situations. So why not have connections that feel healthy, passionate, but simplistic, and just you want to get to know each other more so, and learn and grow with each other, and succeed separately, come together in a healthy manner. And do you know what I'm saying? And this again can be outside of romance and love, but it just feels like a lot of us, that's what it is with the Two of Cups. I love penguins. They're pushing me to show you my penguin tattoo. Horrible way to show it. I make them dance sometimes. Anyways, yeah, it just feels like, they're saying somebody's a third wheel. But all the meanwhile, just being pushed to recognize throughout this day that you deserve a connection that will make you peaceful, happy, and reminds you that commitment isn't a horrible thing, but it doesn't need to feel forced. It's a day that reminds you that you will feel complete without somebody, but you deserve connections once again that will make you happy, content, and satisfied. Again, keep that hope alive. Make a wish. Who do you wish for? What do you wish for? And ask yourself, how will that benefit you all the meanwhile? Okay. Let's pull a couple more separately. The Magician coming out. You're manifesting more than you realize throughout this day outside of this connection. Ooh, wow. Okay, bear with me as they're pushing me to pull a couple more. They're saying this day will transform your life. This day will transform your life. I'm going to pull the last one right from the middle. Okay. So we have the Magician, the Sun card, the Hierophant, the Death card, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so I truly feel as if you're reminded that you don't need the stresses in life, right? Putting an end to the stress, putting an end to certain difficulties. But all the meanwhile, you're manifesting a change, a level of happiness that's meant for you within this connection, or within your connections in general. And it feels like because you're doing what's right for you, the universe is saying, well, then you're going to be granted a level of happiness through this specific somebody, with this specific somebody and other people, as you will recognize even more than you have recently that other people from the past are going to start to reach out. Some that are meant to. Friends, associates, coworkers, people you just crossed paths with or just met when you were traveling. And it's all because you are changing and growing and shining through it all. Being one with and honest about the blossoming transformation you're going through, and because you're a master manifester from all that you've been through. And it's a day that just reminds you that you don't need to settle. You don't need to question oneself because of certain difficulties, or because something didn't work out, or because you were treated well and then weren't. Okay, interesting. All the meanwhile, it's a day where you're reminded your happiness needs to be a number one priority, because you deserve that, because you deserve this connection, and you're being reminded to trust this specific connection that you're meant to say yes to in more than one way, and to say no to the one that's not. Okay, so I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye.